Let me set the scene for you. Ethan had been talking to this girl online for a few weeks. You know how it is. Good morning texts, a few voice notes, maybe a phone call. She seemed funny, smart, and easy to talk to. So he finally asked her out. A nice Italian place. Candles on the tables. The kind of spot where the waiter actually knows what wine goes with your pasta. Ethan showed up 15 minutes early. He wanted to make a good impression. Clean shoes, nice jacket, even put on that cologne he saves for special occasions. He got a table near the window and waited. 10 minutes passed. 20 minutes. He started checking his phone. Did she get stuck in traffic? Did she forget? Right when he was about to give up, she walked in. And from the very first second, something felt off. She didn't smile when she sat down. She didn't say sorry for being late. She just picked up the menu and said, "I'm not that hungry, so let's make this fast." Okay, red flag number 1. Ethan tried to brush it off. He asked how her day was. She said, "Long. And honestly, I don't really feel like talking about it." That was red flag number 2. But here's the thing. Ethan is a nice guy. He didn't want to be rude, so he kept trying. He asked about her job. She gave one-word answers. He asked about a show she said she loved. She rolled her eyes and said, "I don't even watch that anymore." Every question he asked, she shot down. Every joke he made, she ignored. It was like trying to have a conversation with a brick wall that was also somehow angry at you. Now, let me pause here. Have you ever been on a date like this, where you're doing all the work? You're asking questions. You're being polite. You're smiling. And the other person is just there, physically present but mentally 1,000 miles away. It's exhausting. It's embarrassing. And honestly, it hurts a little. Because you showed up, you tried, and they didn't. That's exactly where Ethan was. He was trapped in this slow-motion disaster. And the worst part? The food hadn't even come yet. Introduce a problem challenge. About 30 minutes in, Ethan made a mistake. A small one, but it changed everything. The waitress came over to refill their water glasses. Her name was Claire. She had a warm smile and kind eyes. Ethan looked up at her, and without thinking, he let out a tiny sigh. Not a loud one. Just a little breath of relief that someone nice was standing at the table. His date noticed. She put her fork down and said, "What? You think she's going to save you from this conversation?" Ethan froze. He said, "No, She cut him off. "You know what? You've been weird all night. You're not even fun to be around." And then she did something unbelievable. She stood up, grabbed her bag, and said, "I'm leaving. Don't call me." Just like that. She walked out. No goodbye. No offer to split the bill. Nothing.
Ethan sat there alone at a table for 2, with 2 menus, 2 water glasses, and 1 giant hole in his chest. People at nearby tables were staring. He could feel their eyes on him. The pity, the secondhand embarrassment. He wanted to disappear. He pulled out his wallet to pay for the drinks and leave. But before he could even flag anyone down, Claire came back. She didn't just drop off the check. She pulled out the empty chair across from him, sat down, and smiled. And then she said those words, "If you like, I'll take her place." Exploration development? Now, this is where the story gets really interesting, because Ethan thought she was joking. He laughed nervously and said, "You don't have to do that. I'm fine, really." But Claire didn't get up. She just looked at him and said, "I'm not doing it because I feel sorry for you. I'm doing it because I watched you try for 40 minutes, while she treated you like dirt, and you never once got mean back. That's rare." Think about that for a second. Claire wasn't just being nice. She was paying attention. She had seen dozens of dates come through that restaurant. Loud ones, boring ones. Arguments, awkward silences, people on their phones the whole time. But she had never seen someone keep their cool like Ethan did. He stayed kind even when he was getting nothing back. So she sat down, she introduced herself properly, and she asked him one simple question. "What do you actually like to eat? Because the pasta here is terrible, but the chicken parm, life-changing." For the first time all night, Ethan laughed. A real laugh. And they started talking. Not the fake, "what do you do for work" kind of talking. Real talking. She told him about how she was putting herself through school. He told her about his dumb hobby of building model airplanes. She made fun of him for it. He made fun of her for still having a flip phone. It was easy. It was natural. But here's the thing you need to understand. This wasn't some movie where everything magically turns perfect. Claire was still working. She had other tables. She had to get up and take orders and bring drinks. Every few minutes, she'd excuse herself, take care of her job, and then come right back to Ethan's table. And every time she came back, she picked up the conversation like no time had passed. About an hour later, the restaurant started to empty out. It was just Ethan, Claire, and the kitchen staff cleaning up. Claire sat down one last time. No apron on this time. She had clocked out. And she looked at Ethan and said something that hit him like a truck. She said, "You know why I really sat down? Because my ex used to make me feel small, just like she did to you. And I spent 3 years thinking I was the problem, until one day a stranger told me I deserved better. That was it. Just one sentence. And it changed everything. So tonight I wanted to be that stranger for you." Ethan didn't know what to say. He just sat there. Claire smiled again and said, "You're not the problem, Ethan. You never were. You just picked the wrong person to try with. Don't let her make you stop trying." And then she wrote her real number on a napkin. Not the restaurant's number, her personal number. She handed it to him and said, "Next time, pick a place with better pasta. I'll show you what a real date looks like." So what happened after? Did Ethan call her? Yeah, he waited 2 days because he didn't want to seem desperate. Classic move. And when he finally texted her, she replied in 3 seconds. They went out again, and again, and again. No games. No weird power struggles. Just 2 people who actually liked each other. But the real lesson here isn't about dating. It's about something bigger. It's about how one small act of kindness can snap you out of a really dark thought. Ethan was this close to believing he was boring, or ugly, or not good enough. He was ready to go home and delete all his dating apps and just give up. And then a waitress who had no reason to get involved decided to sit down and say, "You're fine. They're the problem." We all need that sometimes. A reminder that rejection isn't always a reflection of you. Sometimes you're just talking to the wrong person. Sometimes the right person is the one who sees you when you're at your lowest and still chooses to sit with you.